media platforms to build our brands, because building a brand is at most important for anything which you do. Talk about any of the bigger companies, they have taken years and years to build a brand, and that is where they come into play. They bring number of product and services, and we are happily going to take the services and the products. So welcome Kavita ji once again. Good morning.
Good
And
morning, Alokji and
yeah,
viewers.
let's talk about this particular subject where we are going to explore how we can leverage the social media platforms to build brand. But to start with, I'd like to first focus on why people should know why building a brand is important, and then we'll
Yes,
talk about how we are going to do on social media. So
yes.
your views.
Yeah, so before going into why brand is important, let us quickly try to understand what exactly is a brand.
Yes, true.
So, ये brand चीज क्या है? See, whenever we talk of uh, Levi's or Samsung, or Sony, or you know Kia or Hyundai, so immediately one particular word comes to our mind, or one thing comes to our mind when we talk about this. So we immediately relate that brand to either it is quality or good products, or good service, or status quo. So ये जो connection है, whenever we hear a company's name or a product's name,
Yeah,
so that is what is called the brand. We
correct.
identify this particular company or product or service to a quality, or a factor, or what do you call, a perceived value,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
how we
true.
see them,
Correct.
how we view them. That is called the brand identity of that particular product or company or service.
True. True. True.
So likewise, this is not only applicable to big corporates,
Mm-hmm.
even you and me, our neighborhood doctor, the best teacher in the school, the a good police officer, or a well-known influencer, or a journalist, a newsreader, everybody has their own brand identity, and this is exactly what you and me should also try to build in built for ourselves. Whenever
True.
people hear about Coach Alok Kumar, or Coach Kavita Rajiv Kumar, or Coach you, they have to identify you with some perceived value, some
Exactly.
quality.
True. True. True.
So let us see how we can build that
Exactly, exactly.
and why it is important in the first
Yeah,
place.
yeah, we'll talk about it. And you rightly pointed out, brand is what? Brand is a perceived value. When you talk about some product or some name, there is an image created in our minds. Let's say if we talk about, McDonald's, we definitely imagine the red, color symbol, which is their logo. So it's not only about the logo; it's about the experience which we might be having while tasting one of the dishes they have served us, and we have a good feeling about it. And if we go and just comparing with a roadside dhaba where we have not been served a good quality food, right? So we always have a comparison which is already going in our minds. So brand versus non-brand is, brand is, now let's define a brand. So brand is, as you said, a perceived value which comes with quality, integrity, services, and everything which adds value to what we are looking for as a product, as a service, both ways, right? Whether it is a food item, whether it is a what do you say, automobile, whether it is an appliance, whether it is any little things. Like I talk about, this children use the pencils and the erasers, right? They're very low ticket item, but still they have a quality. At times we go for, let's say, whether it is Camelin or whether there is some other brands. There are two three brands more popular. I'm forgetting the name, but still we do go to the shop and ask for those brands, because we feel that once we take this brand, we definitely will have the required quality which we are expecting. Although it might, add more to the prices, but we are not concerned. We are always concerned about the quality and the services which we get. So the brand is, as you rightly said, is an imagination or a perceived value of the product and services which we expect to get, right?
Yeah.
It's always in positive sense, right?
I'll give you one example which you
Yeah,
all can relate. See,
sure.
we have all seen Alia Bhatt, actress Alia Bhatt.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember seeing her initial interviews, she used to project herself as the silly, stupid girl in all the communications which she did
Yeah,
with us. But ultimately, like, she built a brand of herself as a next door neighborhood girl
yeah,
who is easily accepted by common people.
right, right.
So that is kind of image which she has built around her, and that is
True,
her brand.
true.
Now, if you take, you know, so just like that, like, we should also identify. See, we know a lot of doctors,
Right.
but don't you remember when it comes to a heart specialist or an eye specialist or
Yeah.
an ENT doctor,
Mm-hmm.
we immediately remember only one person, right?
Right, right. Yeah, yeah.
So why is it that? Because we have heard good reviews about them, or we may have had a previous good experience with them. Even for that matter, the bad experience also create a brand image in the
Yes, yes.
uh, negative way.
Yeah,
So if we have had a bad experience with a company, we'll always remember them for the bad service.
right.
So uh, even coaches and solopreneurs like you and me should also try to build a brand image.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm truly, convinced on the part, because we have seen things happening in our lives. Let's say, uh, I'll give you certain examples. Example is like, let's say we have an Almira and we call it Godrej. Although Godrej is a company which is more than 100 years old, and they are into multiple products and services. But when it comes to home furniture, something like Almira, so we don't call it as an Almira, we call it Godrej. Similarly, there are many other products. We call any washing powder, we call it Surf, right?
Yeah,
Whether it is
Cadbury's
rain.
chocolate, for example,
Yeah,
we all call that chocolate को हम Cadbury's एक Cadbury's
correct.
खरीद के दो एक Cadbury's मुझे चाहिए.
Right.
Like, yeah, but Cadbury's is only the name of one brand
Correct. Correct.
of a company.
So
But
that's the
nowadays,
power of,
yeah, people
yeah,
identify chocolate to that name.
correct. Exactly. Similarly, if you go to, and that was one of the major campaigns done by Coca-Cola. They made a, Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is one just brand, right? But they made it in such a way that if people want to go for cool drinks, they prefer buying Coca-Cola. Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. So it is, termed in that sense, and that is what the power of a brand is. Right. So we everybody understood, and you rightly said that every individual has to have a personal brand, whether it is in personal life, whatever you want to do, or you are a professional, but you need to have a personal brand so that you attract that kind of authority in your own domain. And for coaches also, it is utmost required, because what I perceive is people buy coaches first, or people buy the authority first, then they buy the services. For So in coaching industry, it is utmost required, because we don't have any hard product to show to them. It's only the services and the outcome which you can show. So people are very much inclined towards learning and knowing what exact value we are putting on the table, right? And that becomes our brand, right? So good. Now we'll move towards knowing
Yes, how
how we
to.
can build our brand, especially now everything is digital. Most of the things are digital, I would say, and especially this coaching business is flourishing like anything on digital platforms. So how we can leverage, or how we can guide people to leverage the social media platforms, this virtual platforms, to build their brand faster, I would say. So what's your
Yes.
take on this?
See, to tell it very briefly how we can build a brand is first and foremost, again, there, like, we have to identify our target audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I say I am a business growth coach,
Mm-hmm.
like, there is it's a very vast thing. Coach
Right.
for whom? Coach for what?
Correct.
So rather than that, if, say, for example, if I'm telling business growth coach for service based business, or
Mm-hmm.
growth coach for creative professionals,
Right.
तो लाइक थोड़ा और क्लैरिटी आ गया है वहां पे कि
Mm-hmm.
what exactly I'm doing.
True.
Now, we have to show our authority.
Right.
People should trust me. See, people are not seeing me in
Mm-hmm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
So unless and until they experience my service, how are they
Right.
going to know, okay, can we try this lady's coaching?
Right.
So how that is possible is through the contents what I give, through interviews what I give, through
Right.
the trainings like what I give. Say, for example, our today's talk,
Right.
and of course, yeah, my company's brand, logo, color, font, they all become part of it. But more than that, it mainly talks about the quality stuff that I share with my audience so that my audience feel okay, she knows something about business growth.
Mm-hmm.
She has had results uh, given to other coaches.
True.
That is the simplest way.
Correct.
Now, how we can do this? That is a detailed discussion. Yes, we'll talk about it in a while now.
Yeah.
What do you say, Alokji?
Yeah. Exactly. I would say this market is now going through a trust recession because the mushrooming of coaches all over, and it's good that this industry is blooming. People are getting benefited, but on the same hand, see, every coin has two sides. People are confused. Who are the good people or the right people who can help them? Because in any industry and every industry which grows faster, there are a lot of people coming in, and when a lot of people are coming in, not everybody would be of that competence, right? So people feel cheated because some people might not be getting results and all those things. So the good part is the business and the industry is growing, and the bad part is the trust factor is going down and down and down. So for people like us, we have to focus on building trust, and that can only happen when people see us genuinely doing certain activities, talking about what and how they can help others in their own domain, and again talking very specifically about one specific area of expertise. Now let's say I don't call myself as a brand specialist, right? Because I know branding is one of those critical components of high ticket client acquisition, but still I don't call myself as a brand specialist because I'm not that. But when I say I'm a high ticket client acquisition coach, I know what all elements I need to teach to my audience to get a high ticket client. So similarly, if I do anything, if my messaging is not proper, or if my words are over promising, there comes the distrust level. So here on social media, as you rightly said, there are a lot of things going on and on and on. But the point here is we have to first of all focus on when it comes to brand comes with trust, as simple as that, right? When we talk about, let's say, if somebody hears your name, Kavita Rajiv Kumar, there should be clarity. They'll be having a clarity in their minds that who Kavita Ji is. Your image should be appearing in their minds, and their experience, which you might have given in some form, whether in the form of content or any free call or any guide or something. So that experience should be actually recalled by them in their mind. That is called the power of a brand, the recall value. So brand is a recall value. Thank you, Ananji, for being always with us. Okay, so we were talking about how we can build our brands on social media and the coaches who are going ahead. So this is what my take is. What do you say, Kavitaji, in terms of building brand faster? Because offline, it was too hectic previously to, create an offline brand, doing hoardings and doing printings or other many stuffs were there. But today digitally these things are happening faster. So what's your take on this? How and what all things we should be doing to build our brand faster on through social media actually?
Yes. So, as you said, it is the very basic way of building uh, the brand identity remains in the trust
Yeah,
and the authority what you show on the niche and the subject matter expertise.
correct.
Now, see, merely talking about the huge things is not enough. I'll give you a small example for you people to understand.
Sure.
See, there are there is a big restaurant in my neighborhood, and they do marketing. They
Mm-hmm.
talk about all the various kinds of food which in which they specialize,
Right.
and of course, people go there.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, there is a small dhaba wala who opens only after 6 p.m. and remains there till 10:30, 11 p.m.
Right.
He does not have any marketing. He does not make any big claims. But then, like when we go and get the food from both the place and taste,
Mm-hmm.
actually this dhaba wala's food is much tastier and better, and also the price is very nominal compared to the price and the quality of the food which the big restaurant gives.
Right.
So okay, first time you heard the marketing, you have made an impression, you went and tasted the food,
Right.
but after that what? Will you go to the big restaurant the second time, the third time, or will you go to the dhaba wala again and again?
Yeah, what happens is the experience, like the quality of the food is one criteria for us going to be there. Now what happens with the brand thing, this brand people or the agencies or the companies who have grown big, like you gave an example of a restaurant. So people go for an experience. So now the experience has two components of it. One is the real meaning of why we are going it, so that is the quality of the food or the taste. And the second is the ambience and other experiences which are not related to exactly the food or the quality of the food or the taste. So when I talk about a brand, it's a combination of both the things which people are looking for today, right?
Yes. And also the value what they get for the money what they spend.
Yes, exactly.
So that
So
is also there.
true, true. So why they are charging less and why the restaurant guys are charging more? Because of the infrastructure they've created to give you a better experience.
Yes. But then, like, if the customer is not getting a good experience there, if he or she is not perceiving the value for the money they spent
Yeah,
with that restaurant, then that affects the our perception about that restaurant
exactly, exactly. That's true.
and their brand.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
this
told.
is exactly what happens in the online space also.
Mm-hmm. True,
So you
true.
need to how do you show your quality? How do you show the results what you give to your customers?
Mm-hmm.
How do you show that you are good at it?
Correct.
Can you think of ways? If your audience are listening, can you put it in the comments? What would you do to build authority, gain trust, how to gain the you know the believability of your audience?
Yeah, we have Ananji there, but okay. He has mentioned in the chat like branding is king, engagement is queen. So these things are long heard. Many people are repeating these things, Ananji, and I definitely appreciate what you have written. It's more about engagement because you build trust.
Hello. Engagement is Kyun, yes, but yeah, it is coming to the social media. It is absolutely not essential that we need to have a huge followership to get sales or to build a brand. I think Aloji is stuck for there. Um, Maybe the internet connectivity is not there. So this is what happens. How can we build our brand through social media platforms? See, first and foremost, select just one platform where your audience is present, and then go ahead and post content, valuable content there, which shows your expertise. Post the reviews and the testimonials and the client results which you gave to your clients, or your clients received as a result of taking your course or coaching or consultation, whatever you are offering, and show up consistently, talking to them, addressing the main challenges and the problems.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Actually, I don't know what happened. It was showing some connection lost. Okay.
Yes. I thought like some internet connection problem happened
Yeah,
at
yeah,
your end.
yeah. It's okay.
So what I was saying was like how they can start building their brand through social media platform.
Mm-hmm.
So number one is post content which is of high value to their audience, and they can implement or get something for immediate implementation in their business or coaching. Number two is show up consistently, again giving value. It can be in the form of text-based content or images or infographics or video. It can be short form video, long form video, but show up consistently. Even lives are also there, like question answer handling sessions also there. So you can do various forms of content and providing value to your audience. Number three is share the reviews and testimonials and the client results and case studies, how you helped your clients, how your clients got results, and how your coaching helped them transform their lives or improve their business and so on.
Sure.
Yes. Would you like to add something to that, Alokji?
Sure. I was lost in between. I'm not sure if I repeat the same things, but okay. Definitely, I want to add here. See, when it comes to brand, as we discussed earlier, it's about the perceived value, which now you have to prove knowingly or unknowingly. You have to prove, or you need to communicate this to your audience that you are worth it, right? So how it happens is mostly, when it comes about the trust, everybody is good and everybody wants to talk good about them, but trust builds when a third person talks about you, right? So it is done mostly through the testimonials or the case studies or the results which we have produced to our audience. That is one of the critical things, but prior to that, definitely we are going to talk to our audience in different ways, as you said: content, videos, lives, question answer sessions, anything which you are going to do which keeps you uh, actually visible all the time to your audience. Number one, visibility is number one thing through which they start being familiar. And once that familiarity is done, then by the value which you are providing to your audience, they definitely connect with your personal and professional journeys. So this next thing which we do in definitely we are going to talk about in later discussions, but how people are going to connect with you is not only the professional part of it, your personal front as well. So your content should be talking about your personal as well as your professional journey, how you have done it, why you want to do it, and how many people have benefited already from your services. And even if you are a beginner, that doesn't make any difference. Even if you are a beginner, you can say that, okay, there are people in my paid coaching where they have lots of experience and they're coming from, let's say, IT background. So IT has been their core expertise, but now they have taken certifications. They are into life coaching or they are into some other energy healing sessions. Now people are getting benefited out of it. So there is nothing wrong even if somebody is a starter. The only thing is you have to be very specific about what subject you are going to talk about. You cannot talk about your earlier things in terms of profession, because then there will be a clashes. People would get confused whether they are talking to an IT professional or they are talking to a coach, right? So that has to be very, formally designed. Your content strategy should be formally designed, that should speak one language to one set of audience, solving one, challenge. So this is what my take is, that if somebody wants to build a brand authority and trust, they have to be very you know punctual, or I would say consistent on the social media channels, because this is where, billions of people are there who are watching you. You don't know, but they are watching you. Secondly, if you create good quality content for them to attract or engage with your content, that is the second step which you can do. And third is, yes, showcasing your achievements, the results your customers have got, they add additional value to the trust which, they are looking for. So these 3 points I think would be better for them to build a brand, for anybody to build a brand.
Yes, exactly. Say, for example, like my specialty is marketing through content,
Hmm.
which is built based on the buyer psychology. So I always talk about content, buyer psychology, marketing.
Sure.
So,
Correct.
and the various ways how you can do all these three, because I want people to relate me to with these things.
Correct. Correct. And one more thing we can add here, even Kavitaji, you can apply and try to do it. Storytelling is one of those major things when you talk about content. Brand building is mostly done through storytelling. And I was going through a few journals where big companies used multiple storytelling techniques to build their brands. So people love stories, and every communication which they are doing, even today you see the ads, every ad is a story, right? So that's a part of marketing. But people do get confused in terms of understanding what marketing is, why marketing should be done, why branding is important, how branding can be done. So branding can be done through marketing, and marketing is an essential part of your business, whether whatever business you're doing. So please don't hesitate to market yourself, market your products, so that your brand is visible, right? And there are many quotes, from big people saying that if you are saving money, not spending money in marketing, that means you are, like stopping the arms of the clock to save time, something like that. There is a big saying, I don't forget the name of the person, is a big shot. But yes, when we talk about building brands, yes, we have to be very careful about what we are talking, what we are doing. We don't have to be cheap. I always talk this, there are people who have become influencers only by dancing and singing. I'm not against dancing and singing, but when we talk about an influencer, we assume that person to have gone through multiple years of experience in their own journeys of life and business. Otherwise, even a young guy can have, millions of followers, but that doesn't mean that becomes an influencer. The definition of influencer has changed actually. So please build your brand. Don't just become an influencer by the number of followers. Yes, you might get paid. That's okay. Because this is how this influencer marketing is going on. People are getting paid for number of followers and endorsing some brands and something like that. But that's not the actual brand, because you're not putting the value of your own knowledge and experience on the table. Right. So the
Yes.
actual brand should be talking about you, talking about your challenges, your achievements, your, contribution to the world. That's it from my side.
Yes, as Alokji pointed out, see, there is a difference between influencers and uh, coaches. Uh, Not in the very basic thing what they do, but in terms of how what they build in the social media.
Right.
See, first and foremost, please don't run behind increasing your followers.
Yeah.
That is not the criteria, and never has been the criteria for getting business and building your brand. I'll tell you because I have, from my own personal experience and from the experience of my clients and students, what I have seen is that even if you have less than 1,000 followers, I know people who are making, $1,000 to $2,000
True.
every month.
Exactly.
So number of followers has got nothing to do with your brand and sales. Secondly, always believe just in what you are standing for, the values and um, the what do you say, values and I'm, I'm not getting that term, what you mainly stand for, and always keep on speaking for those things that you stand for in all your communications.
Exactly.
And select just one platform to start off with and keep on showing up there in that platform for your audience. Please don't run behind money, please don't run behind the sales initially. Money is only part of your brand building process. It will come to you if the moment people feel related to you, if they start trusting you, they will you will get sales. So don't worry about all that, and don't get depressed if you're not getting sales initially, if you're not getting your enough followers as you think you should be getting.
Yeah.
That is another point which I want to tell very specifically, because I've seen people getting depressed easily for not getting sales and for not, seeing any increment in their followers.
Correct. Correct.
Um, yes, and finally, just show up thinking that okay, you are giving value to a person, one person in front of you, and you are giving everything what you can share, how you can help that single person, and
Yeah.
keep on doing this. Don't think about the rest of the world. It will
Sure.
come to you.
Sure.
And as Alokji pointed out, see, give before you ask. That has to be the policy which you have to follow.
Wonderful.
Give value, give transformation, give the help, the kind of support, advice, guidance, and even without asking, people will start reciprocating, because if the law of gravity is there in this universe, then the law of reciprocity is also there in this universe.
Sure.
So you just do good deeds and good things will come to you.
True. Very,
That
very
is my
rightly
personal.
said. Yeah, very nice. Kavita ji, two quotes I want to hear. One which you just now said, give before you ask. And another thing, uh, deserve before you desire. Now, what is happening here is anybody who is becoming a coach, nothing wrong in it, I always say, but you need to come to a level where people start trusting in you, believing in you, then only you'll be, getting a customer. So till the time that threshold is made, you'll not be getting a customer. So have patience. You understand that your journey has started, there would be a threshold point where you'll be reaching, and then you'll be getting your customers as well. So again, deserving, when it's not about your desire, you want to earn crores of rupees right now. Correct, it doesn't happen. You have to build that ability in yourself to reach to that level where you start earning that kind of a money, right? So deserve, but before deserving, sorry, desire, but before desiring, think and make yourself deserving to that money or the services which you want to do. So thank you so much, Kavita ji. It was really nice. This session got even extended more than 30 minutes, but it was nice. And we have Anand ji with us, who has already been doing a lot of things, and
Yes.
he is already
Bring your
close to,
best way. Yes.
uh,
Very true.
correct. So definitely, Ananji, thank you for your suggestions as well. And we are doing, everybody is doing something or the other. The only thing is how systematic, how consistent you are, and how energetic you are to transmit your energy. I always say that coaching is a transmission of energy from you to your mentees. So if you are highly energetic, if you are really convinced, and you value your learnings and your teachings, definitely people will get attracted towards you, and things will move on. It's not only about making the money, it's about making I would say transformation in somebody's life for which you are here. So I always say coaching is a big responsibility. It's not only about earning some $1,000 or $5,000 or $50,000. It's more about contributing towards the world, making more people successful in whatever coaching fields you are, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much, Kavita.
So
You want to sum up?
yes, yeah. One last thing which I want to share before we leave is that, see, Alokji mentioned about storytelling, and why storytelling becomes important is because people easily connect with you when you are yourself, and when you share emotions, and you can share those emotions with them and relate to them, connect with them immediately only when you share your stories. When I say stories, it is not something making up, it is just being yourself. You talk about your failures, your setbacks, your challenges, your learnings, your wins, a little bit of what kind of a person you are, whether you like dogs, or are you a pet mom, or you hate cats, whatever it is. Share the personal side of you so that those people who align with the person you are will immediately connect with you,
Yeah,
and they will start building a relationship with you. They'll become your friends, they'll become your followers, they'll eventually become your clients also.
correct, correct, correct. Nice. Thank you so much for wonderfully, summing it up. So please do share your personal as well as professional things to become a brand, and that is how there are people who are waiting for you to listen to your stories. Keep telling stories, working towards your own brand, so that one day and every day there are people who are growing. You are also there. We are also growing every day. So don't hesitate to share anything which comes to your mind without hurting anybody. We are not here to hurt anyone. It's about our own journey which we are sharing, the learnings which we are sharing. You have to share your journey, your learnings, and that is how you are going to. Yes, it will take time. Brand is not made like Rome was not back into the history. See, any brand which we know today as a brand, they have taken years and years to reach here. So similarly in coaching industry, people who have become brands, they've also spent more time than what we have done. So that is how it works. So stay there. Yeah, Ananji has written India is the only country in the world with more than 70 plus crores youngsters below the age of 10 years. Yes, yes,
Could be
very true.
true.
Correct, Ananji. We
But
definitely.
do let us know how you are handling your branding. Have you started building your personal branding? Are you facing any difficulties? Or have you ever thought of building your personal branding or not? Do let us know. Share your thoughts on this topic, and also share the questions if you have any.
Anand is a seasoned professor. Actually, he is retiring next year. I had a talk with him, and he has a beautiful experience of working with a lot of good coaches as well as influencers. And he talks about a really good thing. Last time when we were talking, I know there are people who are not involving themselves in their self development, especially not reading books. They are just superficially learning something or the other and teaching other stuff. So I really, and we discussed about few books also. He shared me a book as well, and I do keep reading books to evolve myself. I always say that learning is evolvement, right? It's an evolution, and the more you read, the more you be in contact with good people, learned people, the more you start learning better and better. And
Yeah.
branding automatically happens when you be in a group of this kind of a people. So thank you so much, Ananji. It was really lovely you being here with us, and we'll again come with new topic next Thursday again at 11:30. Every Thursday we come live. Me and Kavita ji come live, and we look forward to your feedback, comments, and interactions like this. And definitely, maybe we can invite you if you are willing to on the same call on video as well. We'll share the link. You can join the link, and we can have a discussion here along with you. So maybe we'll be doing from next time onwards if you or anybody is interested to come live with us here, right? So thank you so much. It was really pleasure talking to you, Kripta ji, and obviously Anand ji, who has
Thank you
contributed a
for
lot.
being with us. Thank you for watching this, and share your questions, queries, comments, thoughts.
Yes, please do give your feedback and comments so that we keep on doing it more and more. This is a weekly live session which we're doing, and we look forward to bringing more and more value for your coaching business and other stuff as well. So thank you so much. See you next week, Thursday, 11:30. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.